Payday is supposed to feel like relief. But for a lot of people now, it just feels like a countdown. The money comes in, and somehow, it's already gone. Not because you're reckless, not because you're bad with money. Something else is happening, and most people don't even notice it. It just feels spoken for, like the paycheck arrived with instructions you didn't write. And most people don't stop to question it. They just accept the feeling and move on. There was a time when paychecks stretched, when getting paid meant room to breathe, time before the next bill, space to decide what mattered. Now, even when income goes up, that space disappears faster. People earn more than they used to, but feel tighter than ever. And it's confusing, because the common explanation is inflation, higher prices, a harder economy. And yes, that's part of it. But if inflation were the only reason, the pressure wouldn't hit instantly. It wouldn't arrive the moment the money does. Something else is happening. Quietly. The paycheck doesn't arrive to an empty month. It arrives to a line. Bills already waiting. Minimum payments already scheduled. Subscriptions renewing without asking. Rent, utilities, insurance, debt that never pauses. Before you make a single decision, a portion of that money is already claimed, not later, immediately. And then there's everything else. The small upgrades that accumulated over time. Comfort that slowly became normal. Convenience replacing patience. A better phone. More eating out. Paying for speed instead of time. Not because you were reckless, but because life got heavier. And when life feels heavy, spending doesn't feel irresponsible. It feels like relief. That's why most people don't spend recklessly. They spend reactively. Responding to stress, responding to fatigue, responding to pressure that's been building for weeks. So the paycheck doesn't disappear in one dramatic purchase. It disappears in pieces, quiet ones. A little here, a little there. Until suddenly you're checking your balance again. Not shocked, just tired. This is where the belief starts to crack. Most people think money problems come from discipline, from not trying hard enough, from not being strict enough. But discipline isn't what's missing. Control doesn't come from willpower. It comes from timing, from what happens before emotion touches the money. Because once spending becomes emotional, logic is already late. That's why the first few minutes after payday matter more than the rest of the month. Not because of what you buy, but because of what gets decided. Direction happens before action, and without direction, money always moves toward pressure. Once you notice this pattern, payday stops feeling random. It stops feeling like something that just happens to you. It becomes a moment you can recognize, a moment where things quietly tilt one way or the other. Not fear, not restriction, just awareness. And awareness changes how money behaves, not loudly, not instantly, but consistently. Once you see it, payday stops being a surprise. It becomes a signal, a pause, a chance to notice what your life has been demanding from you before your money tries to fix it. And once you notice that, you start seeing it everywhere.